Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video. Let's thank our members Invictus and our patrons Interceptor, Richardson, Rupert, Danny Cage, and B Cubbed. Thank you guys, it helps a lot. Make sure to be a patron, make sure to be a member. Subscribe, we did our goal of 10,000 subscribers, but now we are going to try to hit 15,000 until the end of the year. Maybe 50,000 during the next year. So yeah, hopefully we get there. Thank you all the subscribers, make sure to subscribe. And let's get into it. So today we're going to take a look on this quote from smin and talk a little bit about it. So basically he says that Python 3 is currently above the abilities of most of the missiles of its type in game. The Kfir is also one of the higher jets at its BR in terms of efficiency too. So at this current moment in time, the Python 3 is not being considered, with new jets added, and if the situation changes, this may be reconsidered. So yeah, he said that on the rumors forum page. So yeah, he denied, at least for now, or maybe at patch release, probably, the addition of the Python 3, right? A missile that it is already in the files of the game, but it is hidden and with probably temporary stats as well. It has like 40 Gs and something, but it probably is wrong there. With this, we can assume that a lot of other missiles might not be coming. Remember the might, okay? Because this is my opinion, right? Like the R60M for the MLA and MLD, or even the M9L for some of the older 11.3s and 11.0s like the F4F, EJ Kai, or anything like that. But the thing is, I really doubt that we will see a MiG-29 with normal R60s or even an F-16 with the M9P. That would be really bad, due to the fact that these aircraft, even if they are a very good in terms of performance, right? They are very good aircraft in terms of performance, and they can deal with targets in a great manner just with the cannon and the BVR maybe. It is going to be difficult to deal with such aircraft to counter each other, right? Using these normal early 70s missiles. Due to that same reasons. It's kind of weird, but yeah, the performance, right? These aircraft, they turn sharp, they're fast, accelerate fast, everything. And that performance needs to be met with the appropriate missiles to try to deal with. You're not going to try to kill... if you try to kill a Sabre with an AIM-9B, it's a lot easier than to try to kill an F4C with an AIM-9B, right? This goes with it as well on here as well, right? So if not, we will kind of see these missiles being close to useless against most of the 4th generation aircraft being added. Guiding needs to understand that these missiles, they indeed improve the capabilities of an aircraft, but it's nothing out of the normal as well. It's kind of balanced, you know? Indeed, they have some level of IRCCM, which is the infrared countermeasure. We already have that in game in the M9L, in the R60M, and in the MatAWG 2. They have better agility and all aspect capabilities, so they are very good. But it is not something that completely breaks the game. We already have aircraft such as the Harrier GR7, that it is very dangerous with its AIM-9Ls, but it's not something crazy, you know. It's not something that you cannot deal with, especially if everybody receives these missiles. They're doing the same thing as they did with the ammo of the tanks back in the day. We had basically 1980s tanks shooting ammos from the late 60s and early 70s, right? That was like 2 to 3 years ago, or maybe a little bit more. And just due to the fact of trying to appeal for the weak spot meta and not being able to penetrate everything and stuff like that. And in that situation, I could even agree with, but in this, I can't if they do it. We don't know yet if this is going to be the case, but it does seem so if the Python 3 is not coming. But maybe it's just a thing of denying the Python 3 specifically, right? And maybe they will add another missiles. Maybe with the addition of the MiG-29, F-16, for example, can mean that they will be adding these late 70s missiles. I mean, the Python 3, it is a much more advanced missile, right? So remember, the R60M entered in service in initial testing in squadrons in 1975, 76, AIM-9L was around 76, 77. So that means that these missiles are old even for some of the aircraft like we already have, like the MLD or even the MiG-29 or F-16. If they come, they already will be dealing with older missiles, right? Another problem is the inconsistency here of these additions. The Mirage 2000, for example, got the Magic 2s from the get-go. And the MLD, F4F, F4EJ Kai, and many others, they still don't have their all-aspect missiles that they could use. For example, the F4F is even using a missile that it never used in real life, even though it could, in theory, in manual, the AIM-9J, right? But it's not a missile that the German Air Force actually used it. So, yeah, complicated, right? Even though the Mirage, so we have that, even though the Mirage has an incredible performance as well and a very good PVR capability. So it is very odd, this thing, isn't it? I mean, some aircraft doesn't have the missiles and some do. It appeared to be something like going along the lines of just trying to sell a specific aircraft, right? But yeah. But as I said, if they are talking about specifically about the Python 3, due to the Python 3 being an 80s missile, more capable than these older ones and more similar to the R73 or AIM-9M than the L and the R60M in performance, it means that they might add the normal late 70s missiles for the new Rank 8 aircraft, which would be enough. We don't need an R73 or AIM-9M anyway now, you know? So if the Python 3 is more comparable to those more advanced missiles, yeah, I can agree that we don't need it yet. There isn't much information about the Python 3, so yeah. Even though we already have the Magic 2 in the Mirage 2000, as I said, which again shows some inconsistency here on the additions. More to the fact that the Magic 2 was even considered is already being considered the best missile in the game by smin, by the community, not smin, but in the community in general, right? The statistics already shown that the Magic 2 is one of the best missiles, if not the best missiles in the game, the missile in the game right now already, right? So that shows inconsistency, right? So it is indeed very weird, especially due to a country such as Israel that doesn't have any properly meta BVR. I mean, the F4E cannot deal with such targets most of the time, or any great top dog aircraft in general, right? Even if these statistics say that the Kfir is amazing, and it is, if you play it, you can actually agree with me that even though it's amazing, flying with it, it kind of feels like you are in a gunfight with a knife. I know the range on the AIM-9G is very good, but the missiles don't turn very well. They don't have IRCCM. You don't have BVR, you don't have a radar. The cannons are very limited in the sense of range. So yeah, it kind of feels like you're with a knife against many Sparrows and R-24s and such, right? So I don't know. Hopefully they add the R60M and the AIM-9L for the rank 8s and to some of the rank 7s too, to be competitive and to be and have a fun game that everybody has a piece of cake. Even if you don't receive a rank 8 with these missiles, you can deal with such new additions to the game. The example is the EJ Kai, obviously. It's a country that probably won't have any rank 8 coming this patch, Japan, right? And maybe some others as well. But if they add these missiles, at least it's going to give them a chance of fighting. I don't think Phantom FGR2 with just AIM-9Gs and Sky Flashes can deal properly with a MiG-29 firing R-27s, right? And the same goes the other way around. So yeah, it's kind of a delicate situation, but I don't know. It just feels like they are going to add their R60M and AIM-9L. Hopefully they do. But yeah, by the way, another thing is this. So basically, smin said that the Harrier GR7 is more than capable for the current higher ranks of aviation for the UK. So kind of weird, but does this mean that the Tornado is denied? No, right? It can come, yeah, we don't know yet, but still. But it does feel a bit that it's not coming. What do you think about it? Very weird situation. They say that but the GR7 is more than capable in the air-to-air role in terms of current higher ranks. That doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean that the tornado is not coming or anything like that. But it does feel odd, right? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments. Also about the missiles. Do you think everybody should get all aspect missiles? Do you think the Python 3 is needed? Do you think it's too much for now? Let me know in the comments. And this is it for the video. Subscribe. Let's try to hit 15,000 subscribers. And bye, guys. I see ya on the next one. Bye.